Here we go, racing on the road in Sonoma, California.
Really good start by Shane there. Not surprised one bit, but he's in the inside of turn 2 here. He'll want to clear that 88 to have clear track into turn 3.
We've seen that the top of the hill over there in turn 2 gets really blind. A lot of guys will get off track, but it looks pretty smooth on the exit of turn 2. We got a little bit of carnage on the apex, though.
Daniel Dye and Austin Green went off over there, so they've lost a lot, even more time than where they started. Gray on the racetrack, you don't want to be there.
On board with another rookie, Dean Thompson.
Dean got lucky.
Yeah.
50, 60 laps, and it's not going to be as friendly.
Here we go.
Lead. Here's Zilisch inside of Shane van Gisbergen. The youngster trying to wrestle the top spot away. Drag race to turn 1.
I think you get the inside there at 11, but now it puts you in an awkward position here into 1 up the hill, but then it comes your way as you're in the inside for turn 2. This is why this place is so interesting. He makes the pass.
Oh, crossover. Did you see that? Van Gisbergen almost sideways, lost some momentum, put Sam Mayer in the game for second.
This is a lot of fun to watch, and I think a lot of times people think that Shane's sometimes just taking care of his equipment. I don't know if that's quite the case here. You wouldn't have someone that close to riding behind you who can potentially make a move at any point.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to see how this run evolves, and I can promise you all of the Cup guys have done a lot of studying on Shane and what his driving style is.
Feels like the pressures are low in the left rear, but we talked about this yesterday. Crew Chief Corey Shea has remarked how SVG is so good with his racecraft on road courses that he a lot of times can make up for the things that the car might be lacking.
I know you guys were talking a lot about lap times at Chicago whenever I was watching in, but if you look, even Mayer's keeping pace. He's within 1/10 of the leaders, and then you look at 4th on back, they're over a second off. Wow.
It doesn't necessarily work against you if you have to make a pit stop now.
Right, it kind of opened at lap 10 there, and the thought process maybe lap 16 on this stage. That sort of gets you to the end of stage 2, pit there, and you can make it to the end of the race.
Jesse Love 4th, 9 seconds behind. Something going on there, Dylan?
Yeah, they are in the middle of trying to figure out exactly what is going on with this 2 car. Jesse, since the start of the race, has said that he feels like something is wrong, something is dragging. Then he just came on the radio and said he felt like the back of the car was shaking on acceleration. But the team has looked at it. They said they can't see anything on the pictures, on the monitors, but I do believe they're going to come down here and at least change 4 tires in case they have a loose wheel or something. If he does pit, these cars that have pitted early, they should be able to make it to the end of stage 2.
And look who he brings with him, Connor Zilisch pitting as well. You know, the one thing I like about this, you have such an advantage.
That's what I was thinking.
I mean, you pit here, you may not win the stage, but you're still going to finish top 10, right, Dylan?
And Zilisch peels off there right at the head of pit road, just asking for a little bit of forward drive. They were telling him just manage your stuff here over the course of this run. He did that pretty well and hung with SVG, who's at the right of the screen, and headed to pit road. 4 tires and fuel for the 88.
Yeah, and SVG has the very last box on pit road. He was reporting no rear grip, no rear ladder, and he said it's worse on the right-hander, so they'll look to give him a slight adjustment to give him a little bit more stability. Take those 4 fresh Goodyear tires and Sunoco fuel. You see the chassis adjustment there. It's going to be a head-to-head battle off pit road between SVG and his teammate coming in that screen, Connor Zilisch.
This is not for the lead right now, but you want to be in front of the other when you talk about these two, and the 88 team taking care of business in the exchange. He's had a good run lately, but you always want to continue to build, and at plus 63, these stage points will be really good for him as well. For Sam Mayer, it's going to be his 2nd stage win of the year. Also won a stage at Bristol back in the springtime. And it's the 2nd time he's won a stage on a road course. 3 years ago, he took the green and white checkered flag at Circuit of the Americas.
a bit of role reversal from the start of the race there. Zilisch down the outside of turn 1. This is where he was able to make the pass as well under green on SVG, but they'll go side by side to turn 2. Shane hangs out there.
He did. He's going to have the preferred group going into 3. Connor actually cleared him on the outside of turn 3 there.
That game so tight.
Look at Zilisch, Sanchez right there as well. Austin Hill in the game.
He was smiling as that happens, laughing, or just sending a message, but that was quite an interesting exchange.
How about these two? Great veterans. Been the best this year. You guys talked pre-race about them battling for the regular season championship. Allgaier came in 49 in front of Austin Hill. They both won 3 times this year, now being shown 11th as we go back to the battle for the lead. I mean, it's just like what we saw stage 1. 88 and 9 just throwing haymakers at each other.
So awesome. I'll be curious to see as we go through this run if Shane is not able to get by Zilisch. You know, what we saw from Connor, what I thought was so impressive with his car is how closely he could follow that whole run. Let's take a listen to his radio and see what that team thinks.
Well, and I think you guys saw exactly what Connor had talked about. He learned last week in the end of the race at Chicago. He said, I've got to be aggressive and I've got to take before somebody else does. He was taking his line there and holding his ground, trying to fend off SVG, but it's going to be tough here over these next couple of laps.
His debt to NASCAR, so he actually started at the rear. We began stage 2, and here we are for the race lead into turn 11.
That even just him.
Van Gisbergen is there with Zilisch.
That time, Zilisch just keeps getting real loose there. Shane gets it. Oh, the thumbs up.
Wow.
Oh, my goodness. When have you ever seen a battle like this and a thumbs up out the window?
It's just incredible watching these two. Van Gisbergen back to the lead. Had to pit earlier than they wanted. They're back again here in stage 2, Dylan.
And it's the same problem. It's a left rear tire that is coming apart once again on the 16. So they are definitely way off sequence, but a bigger problem than that is they've had issues with the same tire here in the first half of this race.
Here's the pass for the lead as Zilisch and Shane van Gisbergen continue to pass it back and forth. That was weird for all of us watching.
Yeah, he let him go there.
And Zilisch is the second pit box in on pit road here, so he'll hit his marks right away. Been pretty happy with his race car. The changes they made at the end of stage 1 were positive, and Connor said the car changes directions really well. We're really close to the 9, though, so not sure what more they need, Kim.
Him saying the balance was better. He just felt like the rears died out. Was very concerned about his tire pressure, specifically that left rear compared to the 88. They will make a slight adjustment to get him a little bit more stability. Again, the right-handers are Shane's biggest concern, so we'll see them finish up their service right here as they take fresh tires and Sunoco fuel. Also in, we have the 41 of San Mayo. Remember, he was that stage 1 winner. Again, complaining of lack of rear grip like most of the field.
Yeah, great pass here by Brandon into turn 4 to force the issue. And that's a big spot, too.
Through turn 11, final time in stage 2. Brandon Jones. You can always find his car on track. The fluorescent number 20, third stage win of the campaign, and they've all come in the last 4 races. Allgaier comes in, regular season points leader, gets some nice points here. Austin Hill up to 4th. Got cars going wide in turn 4 and merging back in. That's dangerous as we go back to the lead. Side by side, maybe heading to the S's, no. Zilisch able to jump out in front, and Williams-Sawalich power move through to second.
It's going to be so interesting watching this stage unfold with everybody on pins and needles. Even the guys that pitted at the stage are worried about fuel. Shane here inside of 18 into turn 7.
And I think William made the right choice there.
Yep.
Yeah, he saw the 9 inside and thought, you guys have been pretty quick. I'm probably going to take care of my stuff here. I'm having a good day.
Well, I mean, we're less than 24 hours removed for him winning that ARCA West race. And he won it when the 2 guys in front of him were getting after each other, and he kind of snuck in there. So just ride behind these 2.
Oh, big damage.
No.
Big damage on the 16.
Eckes, rookie, and
higher up on the 39.
Ryan Sieg.
Right front's down here as he goes off into 10. You've seen some damage there for Ryan Sieg as well, who's right at the cut line coming into this race. Oh, this is how the incident occurred.
Yeah, coming out of 7 and down the hill.
Stack up.
Yeah, so it looks like Sieg and Brennan Poole got into it a little bit there. Comes in a sprint car roll, which you know well, Christopher. And he said, oh no, we got Jeremy Clements around here, down turn 11. We have parachute there now. Oh yeah. Yeah, he gets a little bit of a push from Brandon Jones. And the innocent bystander recipient is Harrison Burton. Sort of giving up on him late in the run, but the way he was able to race that gap in just 2 laps tells me there does not look too good. My goodness. And he drops the left front. I've watched this all throughout this race. You'll see he uses way more racetrack on the exit of 10 than anyone else here, and he does it lap after lap, where he actually drops the left front in the dirt on purpose and stays further to the left.
I think Zilisch even had a little bit of a right front lock getting into turn 11 there.
Well, hey, we did have a restart late last week at Chicago that involved these 2 on the front row. They had very different days because Zilisch had to start in the back, but there they were, and there was the move. SVG taking it to the 88, and Zilisch was the control car in that situation.
You have to make these passes decisive. You don't want to ride this close too long, especially late in the race when you want to start pushing. You're just going to end up overheating those brakes, oversaturating the front end with heat.
Is this it?
This might be it. Not
yet.
quite there. Look for out of 10 into 11. Shane has been unbelievable through turn 10, and the way he uses more racetrack than anyone, and some actually. He's using some of the dirt lap after lap. What happened between Corey Day and Austin Hill? A little contact. Oh, launching off the curb there.
I feel you, Corey. I feel you, buddy.
That's, well, you have experience with that.
I do.
Last week.
I do indeed.
We have been able to see him stay close enough.
It's got to be here.
Yeah.
Either this lap or next lap.
Always good there.
Turn 7.
He maintained.
He's
there it is.
Bumper contact, turn 4. Van Gisbergen is there, but he can't drive through. Zilisch maintains the lead to turn 7. Dale Jr. anxiously watching on, his 2 cars at the front.
Is he able to get to the inside, or does he go the outside again?
He's going to try it.
Oh, all the way so low. Connor blocks.
Push it.
9 is there. Could there be a crossover to the S's?
He's going to have a perfect turn 10 here. He's been using more space than anyone. Can he get the power down?
As close as he's been.
Oh, here he comes.
Connor's going to defend.
Turn 11, final time. Zilisch leading Van Gisbergen. 9 laps wide. 88 drives away. He is a rock star on the road. Connor Zilisch going to take it at Sonoma.
Hell yeah, guys. Awesome job. Way to go.
He's really got no weaknesses in his game. I think the ceiling is really high.
Here's the other thought. 2 more road courses between now and the playoffs. And so much more opportunity for Zilisch to pick up some playoff points. And I'll remind you of this, when we go road racing at Watkins Glen, you know who's driving the 9? Shane van Gisbergen. It's going to be part 3 of this duo duking it out at the front, no doubt about it. That comes your way next month.